What it is, what it do, and what's up? Welcome to vlog number 4. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having a lovely day. All right. There's no class today because class was canceled. Teacher unfortunately got sick. So we are out here at Walmart and we're gonna go buy some plants and put them in the garden. So you guys are coming with me. Let's go. New coffee cup or what? All right, we might be getting a little sidetracked, but $3 for some sidewalk chalk? Come on. It's tempting. We're gonna save that for another day, but that is pretty sick. Dude, we're in this little grow your own and seed area, and there's some pretty cool stuff, dude. This little $10 mat that you can just like throw down on top of the soil and you get your own flowers. This huge bag of seed mix. What is this? Butterfly and hummingbird seed mix, bro? There's some cool looking flowers. Okay. But this little $4 thing of pet grass, they got the catnip. Yeah. Now this little bonsai tree, dude. Bonsai tree growing kit. This is a cool aisle. I'm glad I stumbled across this. Now for what we really came here for, basil and cilantro. We got the cilantro and we got our basil. Get a little bird food while we're here. So after looking up what kind of birds we get at our house, apparently we get house finches, and their favorite food is this black oil sunflower seed. And if you remember a few videos ago, a few vlogs ago, that's exactly the kind of seed that we got them. And I didn't even know that they liked that. I didn't even know what kind of bird they were. Catgrass? Tempting. I was thinking about getting lavender plants and planting them in this area that I'll show you later, but a little expensive. I was gonna get 3 of them. Would have been like 18. It's not terrible, but this looks pretty cool. I might just throw this down. All right, after thinking about it some more, this is too big and a little bit too pricey. And I saw on another aisle these little seed packets. I got the hummingbird mix and the bird and butterfly mix. Mix those two together and throw them down in this little patch of dirt where I was gonna throw the lavender that I'll show you later. All right, bag secured. Now we're on our way home. Gonna do a little bit of a late breakfast and then go plant these things. All right, guys, we made it back. We had some breakfast. Now it's time to plant these things. Sorry for all this loud ass construction noise, by the way. All right, we're gonna do a little garden tour real quick. So this little patch of dirt right behind me, that's where I was thinking about putting that lavender, but instead I'm gonna put this wildflower mix that I got right there. And then we come over here to this raised garden bed. First we have the tomato plant, looking a little shabby, but that's all good. Got this thyme. This thing's starting to flower, but it still works. Let's see. Oh my God, it's hard to point when I'm looking at the camera, sorry. All right, and then this right here is garlic. That is some sage. And then, the hell is that? A whole bunch of mint over there. And then we have these big old palm trees. And then down below right here is some green onion. One of them started to flower, so I'm gonna let it flower to see what it looks like. I've never seen what a green onion flower looks like. The other ones I cut it off though so that it'll continue to produce me some green onions. You know what I'm saying? I need my breakfast, boy. In the eggs and shit like that. Anyways, this right here, Jesus H, it's hard to point. This little squirt right here is some dill that I just planted yesterday. And then this big bush behind me, that's some lemongrass. All right, next to this lemongrass, we have some rosemary, but I think there's some aphids in there. I saw little green bugs jumping around and shit, and there's some yellow discoloration on these leaves, if you can see that. So, I'm thinking I might go get some ladybugs. You can like order ladybugs on Amazon, live ladybugs, and just let them loose and have them eat up all the aphids. I don't know, we'll see though. Next to that rosemary, we have some of this arugula. Planted these by seed about 2 weeks ago or something. Anyway, and then I got these 2 little succulents from a cutting off of this succulent back here. Just snipped off a little branch and then threw them in the soil and they started to grow. They're surrounded by some clovers that just started to pop up. Here we got some radish that I planted from seed. Right next to that, we got some garlic that I just took like regular store-bought garlic and just threw it in the ground, threw a clove or two into the ground, and they started sprouting. And then next to the garlic, I just have these little 2 mini green onions that I just planted a few days ago. They're just starting to sprout, also from the store. And then beyond that, we just have this miscellaneous kind of like grass, random plant shit growing. So I'm gonna pull all of this out and then plant my cilantro and basil right here. But first, I think it's about time I pulled these weeds out of here. Now to pull all these miscellaneous plants out. All right, I got everything pulled out of there. I kind of scrubbed the top layer of soil a little bit. And now, I'm gonna water it. All right, top layer's a little moist. It's time to plant them. I'm gonna go in with the cilantro first. All right. Try and center it nicely. Dig up a little hole for them. Oh. There you go. Alright. Place them in there gently. Kind of shake up the roots a little bit, don't break any. Gently pack it. And boom. All right. Time for the basil. All right, we threw them in the ground. Gonna lightly water them, give them a day or two to adjust, and they should be happy. All right, now for this little patch of dirt, I'm gonna be planting these wildflowers in. I'm gonna do the same thing where I kind of take out all the miscellaneous plants, lightly water it, and stir up that top layer, and then I'm just gonna throw the seeds down right on top. All right, guys, I was thinking to myself, how can I spread these out nice and evenly all over that dirt patch? And I think I just had a pretty good idea. So I have this little seasoning thing that's empty. Used to have Italian seasoning, not Italian, so I used it all up. But I was thinking I could just put the seeds up in this thing and then just sprinkle it around like it's some salt. That's how it works. All right, we're going in first with this hummingbird mix. Next, we got the bird and butterfly mix. All right, adding the next one in. Boom, there it is. Let's go sprinkle it around in the dirt. All right, moment of truth. Let's see it. Oh, it's working pretty well. That was one of the best ideas I've ever had. That worked beautifully. All right, we're gonna keep watering that patch daily, and hopefully in about a week or so, we'll have some sprouts coming up. All right, last and certainly not least for this plant portion of today's vlog, we got the catnip. No instruction manual, bro. What the heck are these? We got seeds. Whoa. Growing instructions. Here we go. Growing pellets. Growing pellets. I never heard of that. Dissolve them in 3/4, both of them or just one? 3/4 cup of water. Fluff with a fork and place in a pot. Easy enough. All right. I'm gonna put 3/4 cup of water in. Let it soak for a little bit, and then fluff it with the fork, whatever the fluff that means. right. It looks like we got some extra seeds. So I'm thinking I might plant these right next to that basil. Throw them down, see what happens. All right, we quickly just threw those seeds outside next to the basil while they're soaked. Looks like it soaked up all the water. I'm just gonna kind of stir this up. Okay, that doesn't seem full enough, so I'm gonna go grab some dirt from outside real quick. All right, now that's a little bit more like it. Let's throw these seeds in. All right, now we're gonna spray it a little bit with this mister that I ironically got for the cats to try and train them. Like when they do something bad, just fucking, you feel me? But yeah, ironically, it's gonna be used for their catnip. Gonna water it like this for the next few days. I also think we're gonna put this outside because it said to keep it in sunlight and where it can get a lot of air. All right, that's gonna do it for the plant portion of this video. Later on, pretty soon here, we're gonna go get some pho with my girlfriend and her sister. But before we do that, let's go feed the birds. All right, I've just been laying down chilling for a bit, but now it's time to go get some pho. We made it.
To hook up. Is it a bad idea if he picks me up right now?
What?
Oh, I'm good. Wait, let's do a cheers. 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 Wait.
All right, guys, we just got back from the pho, and oh my God, it was delicious. But now I got some homework to do and a night to enjoy relaxing. So that's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.